coming to Rahu and Ketu. Rahu and Ketu were initially the same person, and that is Swarabhanu. Swarabhanu is the son of one of the Manas Putras, and Simhika. The mother of Rahu or Swarabhanu's name is Simhika. This is important as this I remember as that is in Rahu's mantra. So Swarabhanu was born because Simhika was among many wives of this Manasputra. Simhika didn't have a child yet. So Simhika was angry and annoyed. So she wished for a child whose just mere appearance would cause fear and intimidate the person who sees him. That is when Rahu was born. Fear and intimidation. These Swarbhanu or Rahu was born with fear and was born with the appearance. Looking at or just seeing once would make anyone feel fear and intimidated. This was the blessing she asked by her husband. So that is when Swarbhanu was born. So Swarbhanu was an excellent warrior. And I had mentioned Mars is also a warrior. But Swarbhanu is unique because he was a warrior among warriors. That is how Vyasa describes him. And Swarbhanu, after he was an adult, he became the commander of Asuras. So naturally, Swarbhanu being the commander of Asuras and Venus being the teacher of Asuras, they have a great relationship. So after all this happened, there was a situation where from the oceans of the galaxy or universe, I don't know the specific, the Asuras and the Devas got together to churn the ocean and pull out elixir or amruta. This elixir or amruta, whoever drank even a few drops of it would become immortal. So after churning, Asuras and Devas got together and churned the ocean, and after this came out, Vishnu started distributing it. And Swarbhanu, being the commander of Asuras and highly intelligent, realized that Vishnu was not giving the Asuras the Amruta. Instead, Vishnu was giving Asuras Madira instead of the Amruta. Madira is alcohol, and they were all being enticed by a beautiful female dancing. That was Vishnu's form. I believe it's called Mohini. That's when Swarbhanu changed his appearance as if he was a Deva and fooled everyone and sat next to sun and moon. He sat in between sun and moon So he naturally received the Amrita which Vishnu was providing everyone, every devas. He drank a few drops of Amrita before Vishnu realizing and cutting off Swarbanu's head using the Sudarshana Chakra. Sudarshana Chakra. This is Vishnu's weapon. So once his head got decapitated, Swarbanu's, his head became Rahu and his entire body from neck to below became Ketu. So Rahu and Ketu were originally a single person. But here, after they get separated, their characteristics and the way they saw the world completely changed. As Swarbanu's head, Rahu, was filled with all the greed and all the Asuric traits. Even Ketu has Asuric traits, but Rahu being the only person with being the person with head and no body, he had no ends to his greed. As he had no stomach, he has no ends to greed and desire. Rahu was very ambitious, whereas Ketu became without the head, without the thinking part, and relying only on heart or feelings. Ketu became the spiritual part of Swarbanu. So Rahu represents all the greed, ambition, anything, any emotion in excess is represented by Rahu, and without any ends to without any upper limit, that is represented by Rahu. And by Ketu represents everything that is felt, that can be like intuition and spirituality, everything of that sort where head is not involved, that is represented by Ketu. So to see the traits of Rahu and Ketu, so Rahu and Ketu. So Rahu being the entity with the head of Swarbanu, remained. He had all the traits that Swarbanu had. That is, being the warrior, having greed, high ambition, and Rahu represents intelligence. Mercury also shows intellect and intelligence, but Rahu shows extreme intelligence. Rahu is the most intelligent planet among all the 9 planets, because Rahu was able to fool the Devas and sit among them, that is Sun and Moon. And because that shows how intelligent Rahu was, he was able to fool even Sun and Moon and drink the elixir. That shows the intelligence of Rahu. Okay. That also represents the ambition and greed of Rahu too. That he also wanted the elixir and wanted to become immortal. He does become immortal, but after his head gets decapitated, and all of the traits that Swarbanu had comes with Rahu, he remains. He has all the traits that Swarbanu had, but Ketu has almost none of the traits that Swarbanu had. So Ketu, without the thinking aspect that represented tamas in Swarbanu, Ketu becomes spiritual. And since Ketu has no head and is detached from the thinking part, Ketu also represents detachment, which is crucial for spirituality. And Rahu represents warrior. Even Rahu can provide spirituality. Now, if Rahu provides spirituality, that will be that can be seen outside, whereas Ketu's spirituality can be seen inside. For example, a person influenced by Rahu's spirituality will perform a lot of homas, or performs a lot of things that can be that is somewhat outwards, whereas Ketu's will be meditation like Buddha, and here Rahu's will be homas and havans like all tantric people. Rahu and Venus are crucial for Tantra, because Rahu gives the determination and the willpower to achieve his ambitions. After the churning of the ocean incident, Rahu naturally starts hating sun and moon, and he also hates Vishnu. Vishnu has always favored the devas over the asuras because of the asuric traits, as he is the preserver. And since he dislikes or hates, strongly hates sun and moon, he causes the eclipse. Rahu is the reason for eclipse, whichever eclipse we see. Now, Rahu being the reason for eclipse, any sadhana, Rahu is like the veil that pulls down the Rahu is like a veil that governs the earthly realm and the spiritual realm. So, whenever there is an eclipse, any sadhana done during eclipse will have 100 to 1000 folds of result than it would have given caused if done or performed on any normal days. So Rahu is the veil between material and spiritual realm. Rahu represents Maya in this world. Maya, or all the materialistic things. So anyone driven by Rahu can be seen as any child can be seen as very ambitious, very determined, and also can be most of the time will be materialistic, and at the same time very intelligent. And this intelligence causes a person who is driven by Rahu to be very rebellious, whereas Ketu driven person, when I say driven, it could be an influence on Lagna. Let's say Rahu is sitting in Lagna, the child can be very ambitious, very strong-willed, warrior-like, and Rahu in the ascendant can cause the child to be very rebellious at the same time, because Rahu makes the child very intelligent and doesn't like all the conventional routes to attaining things. And whereas Ketu without the head, without the thinking part, will make the child very decent as in not very righteous or anything, very decent as in the child will listen to the parents, whatever the parents say. They don't go to the extent like Rahu goes. Rahu starts thinking whether the elder who is guiding the child is right or wrong, whereas Ketu doesn't even bother thinking, because Ketu is lacking the thinking part, that is head. So Ketu is headless and Rahu doesn't have a body. Body generally shows how much body or stomach shows how much a person can digest or consume. Now, since Rahu lacks that, there's no upper limit to what Rahu wants, or whatever Rahu represents in a person's chart, that will be something they will want, or they will run behind with a lot of desire and willpower and ambition. Whereas Ketu shows detachment wherever it is situated. So I believe this covers Rahu and Ketu.